Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and every once in a while in crochet there are these defining moments, and I really think that this board is one of them. This is so beautiful. I just love this. I've just been walking it around the office, and this is to introduce a series of flower videos that we're doing here on YouTube. And we're going to do videos on every single one of these flowers, and then there's going to be several other flowers also. And most of these were done with worsted weight yarn, and all different brands of yarn were used for this. And I just think it's really beautiful. Look at this. And so it's a great way to use up scraps. And this one flower down at the bottom, let me see, I gotta go this way. The pink one here, I made it big enough so you could actually put like a little votive candle in the middle. And you could use these like to decorate scarves or hats or just anything, placemats, anything. I just love these things. So anyway, well, we're going to take you to a close-up lesson, and Christina is going to show you how to make the flowers. And please, please, please subscribe to our channel and like and share our videos because it really helps us out a lot. Thanks a lot for watching.
Hey everybody, it's Christina from Maggie's Crochet, and today I'm going to show you how to make this Trillium flower. Trilliums are traditionally white, like you see here, though you can also see them in shades of darker shades of pink. So I'll be making another white one for you today. You'll need a little bit of yellow for the center, whatever color your petals are going to be, and then you have the optional leaves as well, so a shade of green for them. I'm using worsted weight yarn and a size H8 hook. You can use a finer or bulkier yarn if you prefer. Just be sure to choose the hook size appropriate for whatever yarn you pick. So we'll start here in the center with the yellow. Go ahead and take that yarn and tie it to a slip knot. Tie a slip knot on your hook, and you're going to start by chaining 2. And in the second chain from the hook, so skip this first one, here's the second one, we're going to work a single crochet. So just go right into the middle of that chain, work your single crochet, and then we're going to work a picket. Pickets are the kind of stitch that they'll vary from pattern to pattern, so always be sure to look up at the top of your pattern and see exactly what it means by a picket. In this case, we're going to chain 3 and then slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, right into that stitch, grab a loop, pull it through, pull that loop through the first loop, and that's your picket. We're going to do that a total of 6 times. So we'll do single crochet and then another picket, chain 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the third one. So that's 4 more times, and then you can slip stitch it to the first stitch and finish that off. Leave a long enough end to sew it to our other pieces later. But that's the center, pretty easy. Now for the petals, we'll make each petal separately and then sew them together. So start with your white. This is a little bit of an off-white. Chain 10. We're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Skip the first one, there's the second one. Insert your hook, single crochet. Then in the next 7 stitches, we'll do 1 single crochet each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 should leave you with 1 at the end. Yep, I got 1 left, and in that one last one, we're going to work 3 single crochets, all into the same stitch. And as you're doing this, you can kind of try to go ahead and turn your work a little bit, because we're going to start working up the other side. Alright, so there's 3 single crochets all in that same final chain. Now we're going to be working in the unused loops of our foundation chain, single crochet in each of the next 8 chains. So you can kind of see here's upside down, a single crochet that we did already. I'm just going to take my hook, go under these 2 loops, and work my single crochet there, and it will kind of mirror what I've already done. So there's my next one, go under both of those loops, single crochet, and we start to mirror what we've already done. This technique is used a lot when making things that are kind of ovalish or maybe rectangular in shape. Something that's kind of long but still worked in the round. So one more should be it. Let me just count that, make sure I did it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. You'll have a total of 19 single crochets there in round 1. We're going to join with a slip stitch to that first single crochet, chain 1, and then we're going to turn. We're not working, sometimes when you work in rounds you'll just keep going the same way around with the right side always facing you. In this case we are going to turn and look at the wrong side of our work. So round 2, after you turn, we're going to skip this first single crochet, slip stitch in the next one. So just insert your hook, grab a loop, pull it through, pull that loop through the loop already on your hook. Single crochet in the next stitch. Half double crochet in the next. For half double, you'll start like a double, so yarn over, go into that stitch, grab a loop, pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook at this point, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of them all at the same time. That's your half double crochet. In the next 3 stitches, we'll do a double crochet each. So a double crochet is yarn over, go into the stitch, grab a loop, pull it through. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we'll do 1 more of those. In the next 2, we're going to do 2 triples per. So for a triple, it's kind of like a double. We're going to yarn over twice though. We have 4 loops on your hook now, and you'll pull through 2 at a time. So we're going to do another one in that same stitch, and then the same thing in the next one, 2 triples in this stitch. So yarn over, insert into the stitch, grab a loop, pull it through, 4 loops on your hook, and pull through 2 at a time. In the next single crochet, you're going to work 5 triples. So just the same way, go ahead and work those 5. Then you're going to work in reverse. You got 5 at the end, then the next 2 you'll do 2 triples, and the next 3 you'll do a double each, then a half double, a single crochet in the next one, skip the next one, slip stitch in the last one, and at that point you can finish off your white, and that will be 1 petal. You'll repeat that twice more so that you have a total of 3 petals. And then I'm going to go make 2 more petals, and I'll come back and show you how to join them all together. So here are 2 of my petals. Like I said, you need 3, but I can go ahead and show you how to assemble them with just these 2. So you'll finish off each petal as you make it, and then we're going to join our yarn with a slip stitch to the first petal. If the yarn will stay on my hook, here we go. So just go ahead and join it with a slip stitch to that first slip stitch right there. Go right underneath there, grab a loop, pull it through, pull that through the loop already on your hook, and then you're going to slip stitch in the first 12 stitches. So that's just insert your hook, grab a loop, pull it through, pull that through the loop already on your hook, and it's just going to give it kind of a nice little edge here. So we're going to work all the way up the side in slip stitches. And it should work out that after you do 12, you're stuck, well, not stuck, but the next stitch is the center of those 5 treble crochets that you worked all into that one stitch there. So here I am, there's my center one. I'm going to slip stitch into that stitch, and then I'm going to work a picket. So remember, that's chain 3, slip stitch in the third one from your hook, and then you're just going to slip stitch all the way down the other side as well. But we have this nice little point here at the end of our petal. So we'll slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch all the way down the side here. So you can see that gives it a little more defined edge, kind of helps it curl in a little bit like most flower petals do. If you look at most flower petals, they'll have a little bit of that natural curvature to them. So just slip stitch all the way down. Oops. And then when you get to the last stitch, go ahead and slip stitch there. Then pick up your next petal, and you're just going to start slip stitching in to it. So to start in this first one, I'm just going to jump one from right to the other. And now, as you can see here, they're joined together. I lost my yarn. Here we are. There we go. So now they're nice and joined together. I can tug on them, they're not going to come apart. So we'll do the same thing on this petal, slip stitch up the side, do the little picket there at the very top, slip stitch down, and then we'll add in one more petal, and then when we're very done with that last petal, we'll just slip stitch it here to the first one. And that's how you do your flower petals. The only other thing we need are our leaves. So take your green, you're going to start by chaining 9. And then we'll single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So skip this one, here's our second one. Single crochet. In the next stitch we're going to do a half double, so remember that one starts yarn over. Insert into the stitch, grab a loop, pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of them at once. In the next 5 stitches we'll do 1 double crochet each. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, and 5. And again, this should leave you with 1 chain. And in that one last chain, we're going to work 5 double crochets all in that chain. Just yarn over, start your first double crochet, and then another one in that same spot. And just like we did with the petal, you can kind of go ahead and start to turn your work as you're working these 5 double crochets. And what I like to do a lot of times is take my starting tail and kind of hold that against the work and work over it. And that way I have fewer ends to weave in later. All right, is that 5? That's 5. So then we'll do 5 double crochets in the neck and the opposite loops of the starting chain. Same thing we did with the petals, only this time we're doing doubles. So there's my first one. I'll just yarn over. I'm catching the 2 unused loops of the starting chain plus my starting tail. There's 1, 2, get a little more yarn, 3, 4, and 5. Then we'll do a half double crochet. So we'll start it like usual, but once you get to where you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then our last stitch will be a single crochet. And then we can finish this off. So you'll want to make 2 more leaves exactly like this. And these get joined very similar to the way the petals do. Once you have all 3, you'll join with a slip stitch to the first stitch here. Slip stitch up the side, do a picket at the very top here, slip stitch down the side, and then immediately connect to the next leaf, and then join them together at the end. So when you're done, you'll have the center by itself, you'll have your 3 leaves sewn together, and you'll have your 3 petals sewn together. And then you'll just want to take your long ends that you left and a sewing needle and sew them together. Well guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have questions about this project, feel free to ask them down in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. And down in the description you will find the links to everything you need for this project. Thanks for watching.
So I'm going from this side to that side, and I'm going to pick up my yarn and draw that up and then finish my double crochet like that. So if you do, let's say I've seen scarves made with only pulling 5 loops through, and they look amazing. They're really cute. They come out